The great thing about this game is the control scheme. The controls feel very one-to-one. If you swing right with the sword, you swing right with the sword. If you swing left, left, up, down, and then you can also do a cool stab. So here's some enemies that I'm going to take care of real quick. So everything feels, every motion that I'm doing, there's an exact repeat motion. Here's when you get knocked out, you need to shake the controllers to do sort of a regain consciousness. So the other great thing about the game is the dragon forms. So when you first start out, you get a giant hand. That's one of the first powers you get. So with that, you can do a cool swipe, you can punch enemies out, or you can do a cool uppercut. Well, maybe there you go. The next one you get is two giant hands, where you can actually slap your hands together. You can slam down on the ground, or you can use either one, left or right, to take out your enemies. There's also a fire-breathing head, which you can use to shoot fire at everyone, or you can do a deafening roar by aiming the controller straight up. Then there's the dragon's tail, which is a whip, which you swing side to side. You can slam down to knock enemies out, or create a wall of fire by lifting up. So that's the whip. And then finally there's the dragon wings, which you can use as a double jump, or you can use as a shield and a cool dash attack as you fly around on the ground, taking out enemies. So the great thing about the game is, you're constantly getting constantly replenishing your dragon form abilities. So these red chips that you're finding on the ground after you defeat enemies replenish your dragon meter. So you'll never be lacking for how many punishing moves you can deal out. There's also a cool combo system. With the sword alone, you can do a cool move up in the air that you can also start off with when you first land the game. There's also an excellent targeting system. If you're doing something like the dragon's head and you want to target just one enemy, it'll knock them out exactly where you want them to. Otherwise, you can just sort of sweep the area if you don't want to target anyone. Also, for a good punch, you need to make sure you target them, or else who knows where you're going to end up. There you go. Perfect. The camera's controlled with the C button, so it just automatically recenters the camera. In a lot of Wii games, they've tried to do things like use the Wii remote to sort of move the camera around, but that's a little jumpy. So I think we've got the best of both worlds, in which you can just recenter with one button and you don't get too bogged down with the camera controls. We want to keep you in the action for as long as possible. So right now, these are some of the enemies you encounter. These are sort of like giant pigmen, and there's also these owl creatures that shoot arrows at you. The pigmen are sort of, they're harder to beat. They take a lot more hits than most of the other enemies. And the owls are pretty easy to defeat, but they can attack you from far away. So this is one of the treasure chests that you encounter in the game. And with each piece that you find, you can start collecting your armor. So at the end of the level, you'll have extra pieces of armor that you can start to acquire that will give you extra strength and defenses. So the more hits you string together, it'll give you a speed bonus, and it'll give you a few extra seconds that you run faster. So as you'll see, the character runs faster for about 5 seconds. So that gives you it affects your overall time. So the faster you can get through a level, the higher you're going to score. And it also sort of encourages speed runs of the game. Obviously, the faster you get the game, the more combos you've completed throughout. So this is pretty much Dragon Blade Wrath of Fire for the Wii. It comes out September 25th, and we hope everyone enjoys it.